another edition of Cat Stories. Today we're doing dating stories, and it's stories about dating. Hi, everyone.
Wait, introduce us.
Oh, we've changed our band name. We're now Cherry Applebug. Formerly Snow Snakes, now Cherry Applebug.
We'll have to come up with something good for next one. Especially if we make it cherry.
Hi. How you doing? What's
Cherry
that?
apple bug.
It's not individual, like you're a cherry, you're a bug. Oh,
I'm
so
actually
Haley?
cherry.
Hi, Haley. Hi. It's probably hard to see your way out here.
Already getting heckled.
In the dark.
Oh boy, it's gonna be a rough one.
What are you talking about? This is our best show yet.
Alright, we're just gonna play some music for a little bit, and then hopefully people have some stories about dating.
What's the first song?
ACD didn't go so well.
Oh, that's in the order we're gonna go. Perfect. God, you're good.
I don't. Didn't go so well. I went out on a date. It was a date from hell. It didn't go so good. We met one night just to eat some food, and it was messy, 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 messy. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Didn't go so well. Went out on a date. Was a date from hell. It wasn't going so good. Supposed to meet at a bar and just eat some food, but it was messy, messy. It got messy. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Messy, 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 messy. Yeah, it didn't go so well. Didn't go so well. Thanks. Tough one. It's tough to start. Anybody have any dating stories? Probably not. Maybe. Anybody? I wish I had one.
Vera has one that you have to tell. You do, Bill. You have to, Bill.
I have to have one. You have to have. Do you have one? Do you want to do yours? Start it off.
I have a hookup story, but I'll tell that later.
So this is going to be pretty heavy improv on the music, so just play whatever.
Let's just keep the same notes then.
Okay.
Hi, I'm the keyboardist, and I have a story. I would tell the whole story if it didn't have so many cuss words in it, but basically, I met Phil 5 months ago, and on our second date, I stayed at his house, and I haven't really left since, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Wow. That wasn't the way I was expecting. I'll tell my story now. Oh shit. That totally didn't work. Uh-oh. Vera got emotional there.
It's okay.
Yeah, I met Vera about 5 months ago, and she came over to my house, and yeah, she hasn't really left yet. Is that still gonna work?
Yeah, I think
It's kind of off to the side, but I don't know. I did bring some masking tape. Does that help? Can you reach in that bag, that Fred Meyer bag? And there's a thing of masking tape.
I don't know.
It's not that bad. Just reach into the bag.
I've heard that before.
Should I do the honors? Finding the end. Okay, so.
Alright,
Hi guys.
so I'm going to tell my story so you can think about the music. It's the four women of the apocalypse.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh no, you missed Vera's.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you saw that. Perfect. Yeah, we know. We already did the messy. Okay.
So I'm going to tell my dating story. It's called The Four Women of the Apocalypse. So, are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready for it.
Alright. So it all began at the end. I was getting a divorce, and I thought, you know, everyone's talking about Match.com. This didn't exist before I got married. Let's try it out. And so I'm at a coffee shop, and I realized that designing your profile on Match.com is all about features. Describe your features. Just like you're a car, or maybe a radio with lots of buttons. And I'm trying to figure this, writing it down, and I overhear at the next table there's two ladies in their 50s, and they happen to be doing the same thing. They're trying to figure out what to say about themselves. And I remember the one woman reaches over to her friend across the table, and she takes her hand and she says, "Honey, I love you, but your cat is not a feature." So I thought about that, and I worked up my thing, and I got a bite. So I went on my first Match.com date, and she was very excited to tell me all about her cats, all 7 of them. So I didn't think this was going to work out. So that's lesson number 1, is your cat is not a feature. The second woman of the apocalypse, we met at a McMiniman's in St. John's. And she was showing me pictures of her daughter on her they had those flip phones back then, the Razors. And she gets up to go to the bathroom, and she leaves her phone behind, and I pick it up to look closer at the picture, and I hit that button that lets you flip through the next picture. And there was the gaping picture of a gaping asshole close up. Not that I knew it well. So Lesson number 2. Your fetish for gaping assholes is not a feature. The third date was down at this little Irish pub. And the woman sits down and we're at the outside patio table and she never takes off her sunglasses. And I say, you know, you don't really look like the person in the photo. Can I see what you look like? Can you take your glasses off? And she says no. So I didn't think this was going well, and then she proceeds to tell me she's going to see Bon Jovi at the Al Gore rally for his political thing down at the waterfront. So I think, oh, she sounds interesting, and I said something about John Edwards, and I thought he was more interesting than Al Gore, and he was the running mate. And she freezes up. She says, I don't want to talk about politics. And 2 minutes later, she gets up and leaves without a word, without even taking a bite of her salad. So lesson number 3 is your hypocrisy in politics and love for Bon Jovi is not a feature. So the final woman of the apocalypse went for a Harley ride with me, and she was in her mid-40s, and she was staying with her son, and she was complaining that she had to share a computer with him, and she didn't like it because he kept looking at her photography hobby that she kept on the computer. And I tried to ask her about what does she take pictures of, and she doesn't want to tell me. So I drop her off at the end of the date, and she says, I'll send you some of my pictures. So I get home and I get on the email, and there come the photos, one after the other, and they're all the same. It's a picture of her lips doing this as a close-up. And I thought, you know, I've seen this before. That's it. Thanks.
And Dating Stories continues. If anybody has a story, feel free to get up and share with the crowd. Or not.
Why don't we play your hit, I Want to Go Out on a Date?
It's A, E minor, E. Alright, fine, we'll play a song that we made up yesterday. It's called I Want to Go On a Date. Go out on a date with you, and I am thinking about all the things we could do. We could go to a movie, maybe I'll just get lucky and screw. But I want to go out on a date with you tonight. That's alright. Wanna go out on a date with you. I really wanna go out on a date with you. If you don't eat meat, we could grab some tofu. Kick it in the park for a while so I can get to know you. Really want to go out on a date with you. on a date with you tonight, if that's cool. Thank you, we're Cherry Applebug. All right, now we need some stories, some dating stories. I know you've all got some. He has one, probably.
Adrian's got one.
Adrian's probably got like 5 of them.
Yeah, you do.
I don't even know what that means.
It means that you have a dating story.
Let's go. Let's just do something in G.
Don't have a dating story, but I have a very short and stupid joke I heard yesterday.
That'll work.
Since we're in a bar here, a dyslexic man walks into a bra.
Whoa.
Thanks for the rim shot.
Thanks for the rim job. Alright, I'm gonna need a drink if no one's gonna tell any stories.
We should be getting our audience drunk. That's how they'll tell stories. We don't have that much water though.
You want some rubbing coke for people in a bucket?
That's what you want, not one.
I have rubbing coke.
Oh, Skylar will come around eventually.
How about maybe another song or something?
Oh, you guys not gonna tell any stories? We're gonna run out of songs if no one tells any stories.
Okay, hey Phil, actually I do have a story.
Oh, really?
I guess.
Sweet.
Cool.
I didn't really think about it before.
Let's just do G.
I hate dates, first of all, and I've probably been on like 2 my entire life. But I did go out with this guy one time, and he said, let's go see a movie. And I said, all right. We went to coffee beforehand, and he was weird and kind of just kept his arms crossed the whole time and wasn't communicating. I thought, this is not going well, but it'll be over soon. And, we haven't talked much, haven't really hit it off at all. And we go and sit down and start watching the movie. Don't say anything, don't even have shoulders touching or anything, and all of a sudden, in the middle of the movie, his hand just comes over like this. And I take his hand, and I throw it off, and I'm like, what? And I look at him, and he's like, hey, as if it makes perfect sense. And, yeah, when we left the movie, I told him to go fuck himself, and he was a little confused. He thought things were going well, but I don't know. If you haven't even opened the door for a girl on your date, maybe you shouldn't just grab her tit in the middle of a movie. Yeah.
That's good.
What's that?
We had some momentum there. We dropped.
How's
No,
it?
that was good.
Skylar, can I have a drink? When you get a chance. That's my dating story.
Oh.
That's me dating Skylar.
Tell us about your first date with Vera.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Tell us about your.
Come on. Vera, please tell it. It's so funny.
Yeah, I think Vera probably remembers it.
I definitely.
Please tell it.
Wait a second, what's going on here?
Yeah, you might need it.
We're dying here, dude.
Lead us,
We
Phil.
need you.
Lead us.
We need the story.
Why don't you both tell it together? Yeah.
Oh, I think she tells it pretty well. I don't really remember a lot of it.
Take one for the team, honey. It's up there.
Go ahead, do
What are you playing?
it.
I met Phil in OkCupid. I met Phil on OkCupid, and I was dating a lot of people. I was not sleeping with him, but I was going out with a lot of people. And so Phil wrote me and said, I work at a brewery. And I at the time, which I'm not now, but I was obsessed with beer. So I was like, well, you aren't that articulate, but that would be cool to go tour a brewery, even if it's just pyramid. And so I went, and he was awesome, and he was great, and I really liked him. But then we went to Moo Moo's. And my cousin, who was chaperoning me, because, you know, you don't just go out with random people. You usually try to keep somebody around just in case. I mean, my cousin who was chaperoning me gave him tequila. And David from Moo Moo's was like, oh, no, no, no. And even Phil was like, oh, no, no, no. But my cousin bought him tequila. And the next thing I knew, he looked at me and was just like, I mean, I don't want to cuss too much, but there was a lot of cussing, and it was just like, basically, he said,
I want to fuck your pussy.
Oh, he didn't say that. He said, my house is 30 seconds from here. Do you know what that means? And I was like, it means that your house is 30 seconds from here. And he was like, no, it means in 30 seconds we can be fucking. And then I was like, okay, this is cool. And his hand's on my leg, and I was really excited about that. But I was just like, okay, this is cool. But Sweetie, and not Sweetie at that point, it was like, dude, I don't know. Like, everybody at the bar is looking at you and listening. And this is really uncomfortable, and that's not cool. And he was like, okay, let me clarify. I want to fuck your pussy. So I went home, and I had I left him, and I had a couple other dates that night, but didn't do anything. When I got home, I had 19 text messages and 5 voicemails. And I was just like, this guy is so fucking insane. I want to go out with him again. And then I never left his house. But I might one day.
And one day she'll let me fuck her pussy. It's been 5 months, I'm still waiting. Thanks. This is Dating Stories, and we're looking for stories about dating. They can be anything. They can be boring.
Doesn't matter at this point.
Or you can all just ignore me. I need to get like a barker for this job. If no one comes up, we're gonna start playing Aerosmith covers. I know a couple Jewel songs.
Was it the Aerosmith?
Yeah, it was the
E and A.
Aerosmith. I dressed for the part. Hello.
Lower that for you.
Oh, thank you. Sure. So I have a ton of dating stories, which I'm not going to get into. I'm just going to leave that as a background for this. So there was a, I'm sure, rather drunken, embittered evening online where I was like, okay, fine, fucking eHarmony, let's go. And so I went online, and for 45 minutes, I answered questions about myself. They don't ask you about the person you want to meet. They ask you about you. Like, how would you make this decision? How would you describe yourself in these situations? And I went through them, and it went on, and I watched the little meter at the bottom telling me how far I was through the situation. And then I got to the end and hit finish, and it said, "We have no matches for you."
Oh my god.
Okay, we'll wait till people get more drunk, so maybe somebody will come up and tell more stories. But we'll do another song that we wrote like 2 days ago. It's called "Dating Is Hard."
F times 3 and D.
Dating is hard. I feel like a tard. You can take the shard out of my heart right now. Dating is cool. They do it at school. You feel like a fool, and you wake up in a pool of drool. Dating is cool. Dating is hard. No beans and lard. You feel so alone sometimes, you know. Dating really sucks. Might get hit by a bus. Your head fills with pus. But you have to go out sometimes and meet someone new. Dating is cool. You just want to screw. Get up and go to the loo. Wonder if she'll be there and you come back, yeah, yeah. Dating is hard. You feel like a retard. You can take the shard of glass out of my heart or my ass right now, yeah, yeah. Thanks. All right, starting to get wasted. If anybody has a dating story, now's the time. Trust me, now's the time. We're starting to feel the magic up here.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what it's called?
You got one? Get the fuck up here. I know you've got one. Remember that one time we went out? And I told you I wanted to fuck your pussy? I guess he doesn't remember that. He was kind of drunk.
Julie have one?
Julie?
I kind of have one, I guess.
All right. Oh, yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of that's like remotely funny.
How does that have to be funny?
It doesn't
Oh,
have
it
to be
doesn't have
funny.
to be
It can be
funny?
sad or happy.
It's just this one time I went out with a friend. We decided to go on a double date with some other friends. And yeah, it was our first date, but we thought it'd be fun to go up to the mountain, go snowboarding. And so that was cool because we had free tickets and I didn't have to pay for mine. And boarded all day, and then we thought my friends had been to this place in Warm Springs where they went to go hot tubbing, and we thought that'd be really cool. We went there and it was closed, and so by then we were like super excited about hot tubbing, so we ended up going to one of those like rent a hot tub room places on like 72nd and Stark,
I know what you're talking
which was really hilarious. And we went in, you like pick music, and then you go and you get like this hot tub, and you can bring a bunch of beer in as long as it's cans, and you get, I don't know, it's funny, you know. The date didn't go so well. The guy was a little too hairy for me, which I found out during the hot tub experience. And, but yeah, I'd never been to one of those places, and if I wouldn't have been on that date, we needed to make it fun, you know. That's why we had to follow through and find a hot tub somewhere. But it was pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I think that I would recommend that to anybody out there who's on a date sometime and things get a little boring or whatever. So remember, there's places that you can go hot tubbing, you can get a room, you can bring cans of beer. 72nd and Stark.
All right, Dating Stories continues. It's a tough crowd today. Tough crowd. Starting to sweat. Woo.
What's the next song?
We only have one song left, I think. We have to.
I need another bloody.
Oh, we're clearing the bar. We're clearing the bar out.
I need to get more drink.
All right. The bass player needs a drink.
I'll be right back.
I need one too. Can I get Robin?
What do you want? Rum and coke?
Can I get a beer?
Yeah. What do you want, lady? What do you want? Phil, do you want anything?
Tough crowd today. No, I'm fine. Oh, it's never gonna work. It's all falling apart for Dating Stories.
Doesn't it always?
Yeah.
For dating.
Wish I could think of one.
Oh, I bet he read it too. In your years.
All right. There's one time I don't know where I met her. I met this like Korean girl, and she was really hot. And she actually got drunk and took me back to her place. But then when I woke up and like popped a beer at like 7 in the morning, she was like, "I don't think this is gonna work out." Yeah, that was the end of that. I was kind of bummed. Another time. Another time I went to this like show. It's, if anybody remembers Satyricon, and there was like this opening band. I don't remember what they were called, Roller Ball or something. And the bass player was this kind of hot woman. And I asked like hit on her, and she took me out. Well, she made me carry her band equipment out, but then made out with me in the parking lot. And it was like, "You want to come to my house?" And I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, this sounds great." And we went, she played like a bunch of cool like indie rock, and I think I did have sex with her. And then the next morning, I was like totally like, oh my god, I love this woman so much, she's so cool. And she was like, yeah, my boyfriend's coming home in like an hour. And I had to walk home like 50 miles. I was like, that's not gonna work out. That's my stories. Actually, I have a million of them. One time I met this woman at this rock festival, and I eventually I got to go back to her house, and I maybe had sex with her. I don't know, I was really drunk. And then when I woke up, I was just like, holy shit, what the fuck did I do? And I totally was young, and I just laughed and ignored her. And like a year later, she found me working, like selling like popcorn in a movie theater. And she was like, I'm leaving. Sorry it didn't ever work out for us, but my friend really wants to go out with you. And then I ended up dating this other woman, her friend, for like 6 months. And I remember hiding in her closet a lot because she lived with her mom. And also crawling through her window a lot. That really happened. I remember sitting in the closet being like, what the fuck am I doing?
The closet. Oh my god. Oh god.
Alright, enough about me. Let's talk about you.
How about the dating days are over?
Alright,
GBD.
is anybody going to tell a story, or do I have to play one of my stupid songs?
Stupid song.
Stupid song. Alright.
Alright, I think I got it.
Oh, you got
Yes!
it. Alright.
Okay.
So I'm not good at public speaking, but I'm gonna try to put this one together for the band. So we got this friend, Melissa and Ray from Chicago, and they come in town to visit us, and they're pretty much drunks, and to the point where Ray doesn't speak English by the end of the night. So, and he loves strip clubs. So he comes to Portland, Ray comes with me, Melissa goes with Amy. They go shopping, we go to strip clubs. Well, it just happened to be Polish Fest night up in northeast Portland, and Amy's parents and brother were supposed to all meet us there. Well, Amy, Melissa, her parents, her brother, all met Ray and I after a whole day of going around to strip clubs. And to the point where we ended up at the Dancing Bear, and the bartender says, you gotta take your buddy with you because he's falling asleep at the bar. And I stood up from my bike and says, no way he's falling asleep at the bar, I know Ray. And so they call us a cab, we take a cab, and we go from the Dancing Bear straight to Polish Fest. And it's the first time that everybody has seen Ray since he's been in town. So we're kind of stumbling around Polish Fest trying to compose ourselves the best we can and have a few beers, have a couple Polish sausages. Then Amy's parents decide to leave, and they take Ray and Melissa with them back to our house. And Amy still wants to party, so Amy and I stay there with her brother and girlfriend, and we're hanging out, you know, partying, having a good time. So we get back that night, and they were just coming in from a smoke out back, and they go to bed. We go to bed. Halfway through the night, Amy nudges me, she goes, Mike, roll over. I roll over, there's Ray. I said, Ray, roll over. It's like, wait a minute, Ray, what the hell are you doing in my fucking bed? He's like, oh, sorry, man, sorry. So he stumbles back and he goes back to his room because they were spending the night at our place. Wake up in the morning, Amy goes to put on her clothes, they're laying on the floor, they're completely wet. I think Ray mistaken our bedroom for the bathroom and then mistaken our bed for his bed. Very interesting night.
That's all the songs we have.
Well, no, we didn't play Dating Days Are Over.
No. But we need more stories, though. More stories. Somebody tell one.
I'll tell it.
Yeah? Is it your
It's
turn?
embarrassing. Okay. Oh.
know anybody here very well?
No. Perfect. Okay. So. Okay, so it's more of a hookup story, not really a dating story, but like, so it was like a Wednesday, and I just started drinking white wine really early, and decided to head down to my local watering hole. And on the way down there, I just had a premonition. I said to my friend who I was walking down there with, the next person that I make out with is going to be a Native American with long hair. And she said, okay, cool. I was like, I know. So we get to the bar, and we sit at the bar, and who walks in and literally sits like 2 bar stools down from me? Older Native American with long silver hair. Weird. We hit it off. We totally start bonding over Anne Romano from the Mercury, celebrity gossip. And then we move on to bonding over just weird animal talk and stuff. And then I black out. The next thing I know, I'm in a graveyard, and it's dark, and I'm covered in mud from a freshly dug grave, I think, under a tree, making out with this guy. And he's sitting, and I'm not wearing a shirt anymore or a bra, and my pants are down to my knees, but I'm still wearing my underwear. We're just like making out kind of naked in a grave, rolling around in mud, and he's going, Raven, Raven, oh yeah, Raven, because I told him I guess my name was Raven. My name's Amy, it's not Raven, but that's all I've got.
We're way too white to play reggae, but we tried.
Can we play Dating Days Are Over?
Let's play the last song.
All right. We'll play a song. It's called Dating Days Are Over, and we wrote it 3 days ago. Dating days are over, it's all gone away. Nothing much matters, never got laid anyway. And I bought some drinks, and I found the ashtray. Chair was uncomfortable, but I sat there anyway. Love talking and drinking the night away. Dating days are over, it's all gone away. Days are over, it's all gone away. Doesn't really matter, didn't get laid anyway. Thanks. We're Cherry Apple Bug. Got some time.
Really?
We need some stories. Quick.
I need a cigarette, so.
Alright. We don't need a keyboard player.
No, you definitely don't.
With that
We
kid.
do. We do need
We kind of need one.
That's fine. I understand.
Great. Anybody have a story?
Oh.
Probably not gonna happen.
I don't think
What's
it's
next month? What's the next one?
due to popular demand.
Due to popular demand, next month we're going to do a second edition of Cat Stories.
Oh!
You ready for this, Phil?
Yeah, it's going to be a monumental thing. We're pretty excited. So yeah, stories about cats. Again, part 2.
Second edition.
Second edition. We've got some requests and we didn't really have an idea, so we were like, that sounds great.
Well, we did have the idea about the mom or dad stories.
Yeah, we did have an idea, but then we got whatever. Something worked out and we were like, fine, we'll do it again. So, cat stories, and now we're going back. We're definitely going to do third Saturday
Yep.
of every month. We won't mix it up like we have been.
What's the date? What would be the third Saturday of August then?
It's the 20th.
The 20th?
Is it?
the
So
20th
it's
of August.
Saturday, August 20th, Cat Stories Part 2,
Due to popular demand.
due to popular demand.
I think that's crucial.
If anybody has any dating stories, feel free to come up, but it's looking grim. You got one?
So Rich wanted me to tell a story, and he once told me that if there's an asshole that walks into the bar, he makes a beeline straight for me. And that's probably a true statement, and I decided to try to at least one time use this to my advantage. So this guy was hitting on me. He had kids about my age, and I was trying to be polite, but still trying to fend him off. So managed to make small talk with him and then, leave for the night. Well, then the next day, go to the same place, because I go to the same place pretty much every night. And he comes back. And I'm like, really? So I looked at him and I'm like, and he was definitely hitting on me this time. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I only get hit on by assholes. To which he replied, fantastic, I'm in the right place.
dating stories.